I feel like a fraud. Ever since I started doing this series on my channel where I go to the theater or watch whatever's in theaters that I'm interested in, it really has bitten me in the fucking ass. Because the one movie that I've seen in theaters that I actually really liked since starting the series, I'm saving for another video. And you know the movie. You know the movie. I like movies. I promise I do. I really like movies, bro. So I saw 4 movies this past weekend. None of them are the Taylor Swift commercial. I refused to do that, especially after listening to the album. Jesus fucking Christ. So the first movie we're going to be talking about is The Smashing Machine, written and directed by Benny Safdie. As with a lot of people, I watched Good Time and Uncut Gems, and I was like, holy shit, these guys are awesome. And then they split up. Benny has been a very well-established and great character actor. I mean, he's great in Licorice Pizza. He's great in Oppenheimer. He's going to be in the Odyssey. I don't know fucking how, but he will. And then he co-created The Curse with Nathan Fielder, and it's one of the best things I've ever seen on TV. So obviously, I had pretty high expectations going into a solo venture. And to be honest, I was pretty disappointed by this movie a lot. I mean, it looks great. It's the same cinematographer as The Curse, so it really feels like a documentary just from the look. The handheld camera, it looks great. The people are acting good in it. We'll talk about Dwayne in a minute. But really, story-wise, it's kind of a mess. I watched the movie, and then the movie ended. It really just ends. And I was kind of just wondering the point. I get Mark Kerr, the main character, likes wrestling and fighting because he's able to take control over another person. It's pretty explicitly said within like the first 10 minutes of the movie. And because of that, he does the same thing to his relationship with, I'm forgetting her name, but Emily Blunt. And that's just kind of it. That's just kind of all the commentary the movie has. And I was just kind of expecting more. Like I said earlier, the movie just kind of ends. It just shows Mark Kerr being a dickhead, and then he loses. And then the end title card is like, he was so inspirational and foundational to the UFC. Okay. Pretty much everyone's going to be going into this movie just wondering what Dwayne Johnson's going to do. And he's very good in the movie. He really holds his own. I wouldn't say he's amazing. I'm not really going to overrate his performance because he actually decided to try for the first time in a decade or two. But he's good. That Oscar campaign is going to be fucking insane. If he was going nuts over Black Adam, I can't imagine what the fuck he's going to do for this movie. I don't know. As someone who is currently watching Peacemaker, John Cena is kind of just doing laps around him right now. And I need Dave Bautista to be in an actual movie again. The last thing I saw him in was Dune 2. But the last main role I saw of him was Knock at the Cabin. That movie is underrated as shit. Kind of corny, but Dave Bautista, it's maybe my favorite performance of his he's done. He really just is the center of that movie, just carries it. It's also got the same cinematographer as all of Robert Eggers' movies, so it looks great. I would say Emily Blunt is easily my favorite part of this movie. She really sells that feeling of wanting to get out of a relationship, but also sticking with it and trying to see if she can fix him. That last scene in the movie that she's in is very, it's kind of heartbreaking, I will say. She's so good in this movie. She definitely does more than in Oppenheimer, I'll say that. I don't know, man. For some reason, the last 2 minutes really fucking irk me. Without going into like the specific spoilery details in terms of plot, it just kind of it feels like Benny wanted to have this really unexpected moment end the movie, but it kind of just feels like Benny jerking himself and Mark Kerr off, being like, "Wasn't this movie pretty cool?" It's like, yeah, I guess. I kind of just left this movie feeling like it could have done way more than it actually does. What it does is fine. It's good. Like, I'm not, like, calling it a bad movie. It's really disappointing after the layered and more intricate characters that Benny Safdie's last projects had with his brother. And The Curse. So, I don't know. Maybe Benny's solo just isn't like, he needs someone to bounce off of, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I was pretty disappointed by this, as I keep saying. Better luck next time, I guess. I guess we'll see what Marty Supreme is all about. I hate as soon as the Safdies split up, people were comparing, were like already picking sides. And especially when the trailers for these two movies came out. But right now, I don't know. I'm waiting to see what Marty Supreme is like. Because it might be better. It might be better. It might be better. 6 out of 10. It's fine. It's not the greatest movie. Then I saw Anemone, aka Holy Fuck, Get On With It, the movie. Written by Daniel Day-Lewis and Ronan Day-Lewis, and directed by Ronan Day-Lewis. First things first, looks great. Cinematography is great. I love the colors in this movie. I wish the fucking pacing was nearly as good as it. Jesus Christ. This movie waits way too goddamn long to get interesting. The first 20 minutes of this 2-hour movie, the first 20 minutes, I was sitting in my seat. I was like, this is going really fucking slow. Okay, I'll give it a chance. I'll try and get into my slow cinema bag, you know? And I couldn't. I really couldn't. I instantly pulled out the gum trick. This is a new thing I've been doing because I saw someone on Twitter talk about it, and it is fucking genius. If you are starting to get sleepy in the movie theater, because I've fallen asleep in the theater a couple times, even with movies I like. Like, I fell asleep for maybe like 5 minutes during The Beast, and I fucking loved the shit out of that movie. You can probably tell which part I fell asleep during. And even during my slow cinema bag, I fell asleep for maybe like 2-3 minutes during Evil Does Not Exist. And I love that fucking movie. Just carry like 2 or 3 pieces of gum with you to the theater, and once you start feeling like a little out of it, just pop a piece or 2 in, and you're good. Obviously, don't be a fucking asshole and just like keep smacking it in the theater. Don't do that. Just fucking chew the damn shit and just grind it against your teeth. That's all you fucking need. Even with that, I was fighting sleep with this fucking movie. The plot is so thin, surprisingly. I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis is still pretty good. I mean, that's the main draw for this movie, is that he's coming out of retirement. And he's still great. He's still a good actor. Not that I really was doubting that. It's nice to see when the movie allows him to say anything interesting, or say anything at all. There are many moments in this movie where it's just like waiting for someone to talk. It is borderline awkward. It's extremely fucking boring when Daniel Day-Lewis isn't giving a monologue about taking a literal shit on his abuser. That's real. That's within like the first 30 minutes of the movie. I saw a couple of people really liking Sean Bean's performance in this movie. I don't see how. It's not that he's bad in it. It's just he has literally nothing to fucking do at all but sit there and react. And it's not like he's giving any really potent reactions in the movie either. Like, most of his scenes is him listening to Daniel Day-Lewis talk about some shit and just being there like, but you're my brother. And your son needs you. It waits way too long to bring this surrealist element to it. There's something that happens where it looks really cool, but it just comes after maybe like an hour and a half of just slogging through this movie. It really just doesn't hit at all. A couple things I forgot to mention. The score in this movie, the music itself is really good. It's done by Bobby Kurlick, who's done every Ari Aster movie. But it is so out of place in this movie. It is completely overbearing. It does this climactic moment not even 10 minutes into the movie. It's not deserved at all, and it's not matching what's on the screen at all. Where this movie ends is where the third act of the movie should have began. The whole movie is about this guy trying to understand how much he's like been an asshole and like a distant father, and as soon as they almost interact with each other, the movie just cuts off. 4 out of 10. It's not great. I keep saying that about every fucking movie on this channel, but this one really isn't. I don't even know if it's really worth it to see Daniel Day-Lewis in this movie. I'll be honest. There's like maybe like 2 monologues that'll probably get posted on Twitter whenever this gets into VOD. Just watch those. That's all you really need to get out of this fucking movie. And then I watched Avatar: The Way of Water, written by James Cameron, Amanda Silver, and Rick Jaffa, and directed by James Cameron, obviously. Why did I watch this? This is actually my first time watching this. I skipped it when it came out originally, because as a kid, I fucking hated the first Avatar movie. I found it so boring, and I still do to this day. It's a terrible fucking movie, and I hate it. Not even for like all of that, you know. It's just a really boring ass movie that it doesn't. It's bad. It's a really bad movie. 1 star. I hate that movie. The reason why I slogged through that one and then saw this was because if you know me as a friend, which most of you don't fucking act like you do. I don't know if there's anyone out there that tries to, but don't. But last year, I was really set on watching every movie that got nominated for an Oscar last year. And I did it. I watched literally everything. And I am one of the very few people that are still upset about the winner for Best Documentary Short. It is the most cowardly, pussy-ass choice they could have possibly done. It is the worst, easily the worst fucking nomination out of that list. And the least that actually has a fucking impact in the world. I immediately forgot about it as soon as I fucking saw it. It is oh my god. I'm still upset by it. So, obviously, since I did that, I have a fucking brain worm that grew in my head where now I am super gung-ho on watching everything that gets nominated for an Oscar in the future. And based on the amount of nominations Avatar 2 got, since 3 is coming out this year, it is most likely at least, bare minimum, getting nominated for Best Visual Effects. Just off rip. I already know this. So, my fucking brain worm is going to tell me that I need to watch it. And I want to give it a fair chance, so I need to watch the first 2 beforehand. And Avatar 2 got re-released this weekend in IMAX 3D. And I fucking love IMAX. If you know me, I fucking love the shit out of IMAX. Why did I say it like that? I actually really do. So, fuck it. I watched Avatar 1, sucks ass. Fucking terrible ass movie. I fucking hate it. Avatar 2? pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. I had fun with it. It kind of had the Dune 2 effect on me, where the first movie in the series is just kind of setting up the world, and I kind of don't give a shit about anybody in that movie, so I don't really connect with it. And then the second movie in the series really just focuses on exploring the world and literally everything else, and that interests me way more. Although I like Dune 1 way more than Avatar 1. I will say that. And I'll just say off rip, this movie looks fucking amazing. It might be a technical masterpiece of a movie if it wasn't for the constant frame rate switching. I mean, it's definitely the best 3D experience I've ever had. It's one of the only times that I've actually really felt immersed in a movie because of the 3D. It was kind of mind-blowing, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever it was at that like smooth 60 frames per second, I'm assuming it's 60. Whenever it was like that really smooth frame rate, it was genuinely one of the most 4K things I've ever seen in my life. It was the most clearest resolution I have ever seen. It looked more real than real life. I'm just being honest. And that water, oh my God. I needed to be in it. So I really like that aspect of the movie a lot. Everything else, not that much. The characters I kind of don't give a shit about. Still. I was really just kind of watching all the pretty colors. It was fun. It was fun watching the pretty colors, but story-wise, I really just kind of don't care. There's not really any particular reason why, either, to be honest. I'm just kind of just not really interested in it. I'm more interested in more of the, how much of a technical marvel these movies are. I will say I did enjoy the fact that this movie turned into, like, Na'vi Free Willy for, like, 20 to 30 minutes. That was fun. I did like that part a lot. It was very cute, very sweet, and I appreciated it. Zoe Saldana kind of has nothing to fucking do in this movie other than be an angry wife and an angry mother. There's not really anything else to say about that. I just noticed that it was weird, especially coming after how much of an integral part she was in the first movie. I don't know. Sigourney Weaver is like third build in this cast, even though she only shows up for probably 5 minutes in the entire 3 hours. How much did she get paid to be in this fucking movie? She doesn't even do any goddamn motion capture. She's one of the only humans in the damn movie. That's kind of it. That's all I really have to say about it. I really liked watching the movie, coming off of the movie, and like trying to think of how much I really enjoyed the plot. In the theater, I experienced a guy who's clearly watching his 4th movie in the theaters this year. And one of those people got really geeked over the Running Man trailer. I mean, I'm excited for it too. It's a new Edgar Wright movie, and it's got Coleman Domingo and Katie O'Brien and William H. Macy and Michael Cera in it. I'm very excited. And Josh Brolin. That cast is fucking insane. In an Edgar Wright movie, I'm hyped. But it's just really funny, just like how geeked up he got over it. He was like, oh, that movie looks fucking amazing. I was like, hell yeah, brother. And then got excited over the Wicked 2 trailer. If Wicked 2 doesn't get nominated for an Oscar, I'm not gonna fucking watch it, bro. I'm being 100% honest. I fucking hated Wicked 1. Don't even get me started on that shit. And then the funniest thing that guy did during the trailers, the Tron Ares trailer came on, and he immediately went, oh, Transformers! Dude, when I tell you I was trying so hard not to burst out laughing immediately after he said that. It wasn't even like a kid either. I swear, he was at least like 25 years old. All that aside, very fun IMAX experience. But it it'll really stick with me more as a tech demo than a movie. 6 out of 10, which is actually a pretty high score, given how harsh that last sentence was. And then the last movie I saw this weekend was Good Boy, written by Alex Cannon and Ben Leonberg, and directed by Ben Leonberg. A lot of writer-directors this time. When this movie initially played festivals, I was very interested, because I kind of like gimmick horror movies. I kind of have a soft spot for them. Like, horror movie from the POV of a dog just sounds interesting to me. And so when it started playing the festivals, I was like, okay, sure, yeah, I'll go see that. And then I don't know why, I guess the contrarian in me just kind of really maybe not that excited for this movie once the trailer and the poster came out, and Discussing Film posted it on Twitter. And then all the white millennials came out of the woodwork being like, if the heckin' wholesome pupperino dies in the movie, I don't want to watch it. I'll cry in the theater. And it's like, isn't that not the point of the movie? It's a horror movie from the POV of the dog. Of course you're supposed to be scared for the dog. Like, what? And I saw the movie, and the dog is cute. The dog is cute, and the dog is good in the movie. You don't really get the feeling that he is just, like, looking off screen at his trainer being like, oh, look over here. It actually looks like he's kind of reacting to shit naturally. Is he as good as Snoop in Anatomy of a Fall? Is he as cute as Snoop? No, he's not, but he's still good. The movie actually looks kind of good too. The cinematography was actually pretty solid most of the time. They really know how to frame and light a shot where something will be kind of obscured or like too silhouetted in the background, so you're kind of just looking off into the background of the frame being like, is that something? And then actually getting kind of tense about it. It happened to me a couple times in this movie. The gimmick is fun for the first, I guess, act of the movie, until they bring in the allegory, which every modern horror movie now needs, apparently. And it's like, I get it. I get what they're going for. Does that mean it was done particularly well and that I liked it? No, not really. And I feel kind of bad because there was a fun little behind the scenes of the movie after the credits, which I didn't know about. The credits of the movie is just the dog sticking his head out of the window of a moving car, and I watched that because it was a cute dog. What am I? You fucking sue me, bitch. And then this little like 5-10 minute behind the scenes thing came on, and I was like, okay, cool. It was pretty cool. Just seeing how they made the movie. And then I found out it took them 3 years, and I feel bad for not liking it as much. I mean, I can tell they worked very hard on the filming and the look of this movie. They should have worked a little harder on the script. The human acting in this movie kind of sucks most of the time. The dog in this movie, Indy, he has like an owner throughout the whole movie. I didn't expect the owner of this dog to be in this movie as much as he is. I kind of expected this movie to be the owner leaves and then the dog sees like spooky ghosts throughout the house. I guess I can give them props that it wasn't kind of like the most simple interpretation of this movie, but sometimes simple can be better than complicated. The main human guy in this movie that plays the owner just kind of says his lines with like a little dash, a little sprinkle, a little like Salt Bay of emotion. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's nice to look at a cute dog for a while. I mean, I have a cute dog right beside me right now. I like looking at a cute dog. The movie really isn't long at all. It's only like an hour and like 13 minutes or something like that. It's very short. So it's not that much of a commitment of time. I'm not like super like against this movie. But the plot, it's not the greatest. 5 out of 10. Yeah. The only thing I really know that's coming out next week is TRON Ares. I really don't want to fucking watch that movie. So I'm not gonna. It looks cool. Like, the look of it looks cool. I like the red and shit, but as soon as Jared Leto comes on screen during the trailer, it is instantly just like for me. So, no video next week. I'm hoping to maybe get out a couple videos other than this, such as the PTA ranked. I got another one I'm working on that is going to be a bitch to edit, but I'm very excited about it. So yeah, that's it.
Can't fuck with tricking me, bitch, this the D, all gold, real Mr. T, he'll lift his T, draw heat, lift you off your feet, we gon' play the streets, hard rock, nigga, Chris and Neef, let you keep it beat, keep it brief when you